Welcome to Judge of Ghana TV. Akwa Baba, Judge of Ghana TV so.
His Excellency Kennedy Agyapong. My assignment here is very simple. To agree with all believers here present and all ministers of the gospel to pray for you. By His Excellency, there is an angel of the Lord here, and I have worked with this angel the past 26 years into ministry. It was this same angel that when I met the gunman, when he was sitting in a church in Kumasi, family chapel, the congregation that the angel instructed me to call him, and I picked him. And the angel said, tell the gunman there will be a day he will come and rule as the gunman of the people of Accra. His Excellency, it is the same angel of God that in a service, when I saw two ladies in the service and I called them out and I mentioned the name Laurent Gbagbo, and I said, the Lord said, their mother who has been sentenced to a prison term of over 20 years will not even spend 3 years in jail. Their mother will come out from jail, and when their mother is out, their father, Laurent Gbagbo, will come out from the International Court. His Excellency, it is the same angel that told me that John Dramani Mahama will come and become His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Ghana. His Excellency is the same angel that made me to speak to the current Inspector General of Police that in 2025 a new government will be in power, and in less than 4 months as they are in power, have been made the IGP. It is the same angel that made me to speak. One is a primary, he will win. And he will win the main election. And 2025, he will be in the Parliament of Ghana. It's the same angel that has made me to consistently say about your coming. Today, the angel said, I should tell you face to face that on the 31st of January 2026, the number you pick during balloting that has made this as the election, this will be your position. Stretch your hands towards them and let us pray. Unto him that heareth prayer, unto you shall the gathering of the people be. Lord, you have spoken. And who is it that said it and it come back to pass? when the Lord commands it not. Tonight, we want to say thank you for all you have done and all you are doing. Thank you for the 31st of January 2026. Thank you that at the end of the day, the flag bearer of the new patriotic party has been announced as Kennedy Agyapong. We thank you. You are faithful. You are faithful. Receive all the glory. Receive all the honor. That as you said, you will watch over your word and you fulfill it. We want to say thank you in Jesus' name. Amen. Somebody doing better for the Lord.
I heard the prophecy of Prophet Nigel Gaisie. I want us to listen to the prophecy of Prophet Nigel Gaisie. So take a listen to this. Take a listen to Prophet Nigel Gaisie's prophecy.
So to the NPP primaries.
NPP primaries.
To the NPP primaries.
Yeah, they call NPP primaries.
The Lord carried me.
The
Lord carried me. The Spirit of God carried me. The Spirit of God carried me. The Spirit of God carried me. And when the Spirit of God carried me, I saw Mr. Tessite leading and seemingly as though he has won. Then I saw lamentations. I saw pleadings. I saw lamentations. I saw pleadings. Then I saw that the wind that is for Mr. Tessite. I saw another ticket. I saw Dr. Bawumia tickets. I saw Dr. Bawumia tickets. I saw the perfect will of God turning into the permissive will of God. I had a lot to talk there. I had a lot to speak to about that. But I'm being guided. But I have spoken the mind of God. If they don't take care, the election will end in court. And I saw security discrepancy. I saw security problems. So I the NPP primaries. Which will be 31st January. They have 30 days more to go. I saw Mr. Tessite going as though he has won. I saw pleadings. I saw men of God praying. I saw speakings. I saw that it was switched.
Did you hear? He said, the perfect will of God concerning new patriotic party is that the delegates vote for Ken Agyapong on 31st January 2026. But he is praying for the permissive will of God to prevail on the 31st of January 2026. You see how he has revealed himself? God's will for us, according to the word of God. He said that God said in his word, he will do abundantly, more than we can think or imagine. He will do more than we can think or imagine. That is the perfect will of God for our lives. So the perfect will of God, as Prophet Nigel Gaisie has said, the perfect will of God for a new patriotic party is to vote for Ken Agyapong, honorable. But the permissive will is what he's praying for. And a lot of prophets in Ghana or some prophets in Ghana are praying for the permissive will of God to happen on the 31st of January 2026. Now the choice is yours. Do you, New Patriotic Party delegates, want the perfect will of God, or you want the permissive will of God? That means that the permissive will of God is not God's will. Choosing Dr. Bawumia is not God's will. But they will do Kululu. That is what Prophet Nigel Gaisie is saying. Kululu will happen. And then they will announce Dr. Bawumia as the flag bearer. Kululu. That's what the prophecy of Nigel Gaisie is telling us. You have to read between the lines when you listen to some of these prophecies. And listen to his words. He said it's not my words. It is Prophet Nigel Gaisie's words. And you, Prophet Nigel Gaisie say, the perfect will of God for New Patriotic Party flag bearership elections on the 31st January 2026. Say, Omun voted for Kennedy Agyapong as the flag bearer of New Patriotic Party. But ono Prophet Nigel Gaisie and some pastors be ye born pie say the perfect will of God for New Patriotic Party embemu rather no the permissive will of God embremu na mungo select mungo vote for ana me yen kasa vote munye kululu munye kululu ma Dr. Bawumia embefa flag bearership because omun himself Dr. Fama flag bearership na on to me we need 2028 enti omenya NPP biom na New Patriotic Party delegates Mosai ama National Democratic Congress any omo prophets for ama omo bom no mo be fa omo nsem na mo de ye adwuma na mo de mo akoshe gatamu. Everybody wants the perfect will of God. We want the perfect will of God for our lives. I want the perfect will of God for my life, and I'm sure you want the perfect will of God for your life. Why don't you want the perfect will of God for your political party, New Patriotic Party? Ask yourself the question. And you see how the Bible says in the multitude of words there's error. You see how Prophet Nigel Gaisie has exposed himself. So it's your choice now. I would like to wish you all a very, very happy and prosperous new year. Welcome to 2026. In this episode of Judge of Ghana TV, I would like you to like, share, subscribe, and make sure you press that notification bell to be notified of any new content. I would like us to listen to the words of the late Prophet T.B. Joshua.
Carry your youth along. I'm seeing a revolution. When I say revolution, I mean every revolution starts by protest. When it starts by protest, at that protest, the power can stop them. They have the ability to stop them. But when it becomes revolution, no one can stop revolution. Revolution means everyone is ready to go for it. This is the one we are seeing in other nations all over. I did it again. I'm seeing what? A revolution. I'm seeing people taken to the streets. At the beginning of that protest, instead of revolution, I said protest is a parable. Yeah, because when it started, you think it's a protest. But at the end of the day, you realize that this is a revolution. You can stop protest, but you cannot stop revolution. Tell your neighbor, you can stop protest, but revolution you cannot stop. You know, every revolution starts by protest. If I'm talking, let us see your hand. It will come, people carry placard. Hey, 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 hey. You say, this is protest. You carry police, you carry everything, you stop them. But when it becomes revolution, everybody are ready to die. So you can't stop it. At the beginning of that protest, I call it beginning because at the beginning of every revolution, it looked like protest. It might be stopped at the beginning. Eventually, it will become so big that it cannot be stopped. I see happen. Nigeria, pray. All over the world, it will move from one country to another. God has given us the way out. Listen to the way out. The way out, are you there? Job creation for the youth and the creation of a new social value system. I will explain. Not job creation, but a creation of a new social value system. This is because 90% of youth believe that it is by becoming political thugs that they could be successful. It by become what? Political thugs. They can be successful. Especially, you see PhD, even a professor today, they become thug to the political leaders. Professor, because they have no job. Can send a professor to do anything for you for money because he has nothing to do. Take note. Because those in the political office do not want to retire in politics and become statesman. You know the reason why the youth turn to thugs? People in power in political offices, they are not ready to retire. And retire and become statesman. Nobody is ready. And the youth, they are jobless. They are supposed to be included in the system. Because when the people up there are not retired, there is no offices for youth, new people, new intake. No matter the education the youth have, whether PhD or professor, youth, they feel they have no place in politics and there is no job to keep them busy. There must be a new orientation. There must be a new what? Orientation. In politics, the youth should be considered for important position, such as assistant to elders. I'm taking it again. In politics, the youth, the way out, should be considered important positions such as assistant to the elders. While the elders are ministers, the youth should be junior ministers. While the elders are ministers, the youth should be what? Junior ministers. This little example of being junior minister can change the situation of things. Tell your president, tell your leaders, tell your prime minister all over the world, revolution is coming. In every department of government or politics, the youth should be junior assistant leaders to the head of such departments. The youth should be what? Should be junior assistant to the heads of such departments, whatever department, either chairman of a company or director or administrator. Chairman of the company, that must be junior chairman. Head of processor, that must be junior processor. Just name municipal, that must be junior municipal. A good example, the chairman of political party of your country could be an elder, while youth should be the junior chairman. We are training them to take over tomorrow.
But one thing I know, and one thing I believe, is that concerning the new patriotic party, 31st January 2026 election of the flag bearer, one thing I know is that Aka Kenpe. And without a doubt, if Kennedy Agyapong is not elected as the flag bearer of New Patriotic Party, I will be very, 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 very surprised. And I was discussing what's going on in terms of former Vice President Dr. Bawumia's bid to be re-elected as flag bearer for New Patriotic Party. I was discussing this with a family member of mine, and he says it befuddles him how Dr. Bawumia is so insistent that he should be given a second chance, because the evidence of the fact that Ghanaians do not want Dr. Bawumia was made patently clear on 7 December 2024 in the abysmal performance of Dr. Bawumia. He claims he got 41%, but we saw 38%. And all his data that he claims he uses seems to be skewed, and it doesn't seem to add up. I'd like you to go to www.kofi.com/coachwrite and download these 2 free ebooks. The first one is 365 days daily devotional on leadership, and the next one is corruption in the 54 countries of Africa. Ebeme Wanwa on the 31st of January 2026 say New Patriotic Party NPP delegates Ebeme Wanwa somebe vote former Vice President Dr. Bawumia as the flag bearer of the New Patriotic Party. Asem no be me one pa. Reason I make us asem ne say wo hwe insema Dr. Bawumia waka ena ne performance enye kra in 2024 elections. We ebeche ansana Ghana for ama ne chance enti say 2028 pa na New Patriotic Party omo pese omunya chance enye Dr. Bawumia na osamo de onba Ghana for yempenu 2024 omo de omo tham kire se yempe Dr. Bawumia. Still papa say onte we bubu enduegu na sum or say obesan ba for round 2. Hey na unsro Ghana for Ghana for dey see empa na yempe o ye pe onso na ye pe o what you say and Ghana for akire say omo prefer Kennedy Agyapong with all his issues in Sintoa or one Ghana for say and fa ho Sintoa Honorable Kennedy Agyapong wo Ghana for say they like him with all his issues, all his failings. Ghanaians love Kennedy Agyapong. Na Ghana for aka kire New Patriotic Party say Monfa Kenem bra samo pese ye vote mamwa na munya chance to run Ghana in 2028. when I hear the words of Prophet Nigel Gaisie, I am somehow shocked because he has exposed himself. And when I hear the words of Prophet Bernard ElBernard Nelson Eshun, I have to be in agreement with him, because it confirms the prophecy of Nigel Gaisie on 31st December 2025, confirms the words and the fact that Prophet Bernard ElBernard Nelson Eshun has spoken the perfect will of God concerning New Patriotic Party, in them electing Honorable Kennedy Agyapong as the flag bearer. Let's listen to the prophecy of Prophet Bernard ElBernard Nelson Eshun, and let's compare it with the one you listened of Prophet Nigel Gaisie, and you see the difference I'm talking about. Let's listen to Prophet Bernard ElBernard Nelson Eshun. When we come back, we'll discuss further. Take a listen and watch this.
I had a vision, and this is the fourth vision I had when I traveled. In the fourth vision, please come. Please come. I saw two people, and they were standing in a place, and there was a chair that they were supposed to sit on the chair, but by their own strength and the ability, they just can't walk to where the chair is and sit on it. Then suddenly I saw a company of people coming, and as I saw the company of people coming, I saw they carried this one. As they carried him, everyone could see that they have carried him, and they saw that this one is taller than this one. Even though if they give them a level playing field, naturally this is taller than this. And they began to make noise, and they made noise with this man. Carry him well. You don't carry a man, you won't fall, you won't fall. And everyone was seeing it, and people were agitated, and they began carrying him, and they were bringing him to a place, and it was very close, and people's heart, hey, happening. Tell me, they dropped him, and when they dropped him, they went to carry this man, and when they carried this man, they brought him, and they put him on the chair, and the man sat on the chair, and everyone was excited. So in the vision, I asked the angel that walks with me, what is the vision that I have seen? And the angel will tell me that this is the vision. Everyone will look at this one, and when they look at him, they will think he's been projected. They will think we are helping him for the dream to come to pass. But the same way they carried him, that is how very close they will drop him. And when they drop him, they will go and carry the person I saw, and they will put him. And the Lord said, that is how the race to the NPP presidential candidate or flag bearership election will look like. At the end of the day, on the 1st of January 2026, it shall be declared that Honorable Kennedy Agyapong has won, and Honorable himself will be shocked. It is not a matter of runoff. It is not a matter of runoff.
Did you hear? So, in essence, if you're somebody who is sharp and you listen to the words of both Prophet Nigel Gaisie and the words of Prophet Bernard ElBernard Eshun, I can tell you now that Prophet Nigel Gaisie is prophesying out of bitterness. He has a grudge against Kennedy Agyapong. And it's funny in life, if somebody has a grudge against another person, the person you have a grudge against, they don't have a grudge against you. They're not even thinking about you. So you are troubling your own self. That is why it is not worth harboring grudges against people. Just let go. And unfortunately, Prophet Nigel Gaisie has not been able to let go of his grudge against Kennedy Agyapong. And this is where he is going to fail as a prophet, because he harbors something against Honorable Kennedy Agyapong. He harbors something against him. That is what he's saying. But if you listen to the undertones of the prophetic words of these two men, it is clear that they are saying the same thing, because they've all said the perfect will of God for New Patriotic Party is to elect Kennedy Agyapong as the flag bearer of New Patriotic Party. The permissive will of God is for Dr. Bawumia to be elected. That tells you all. If you can't take a hint, this is more than a hint couched as a prophecy. They want New Patriotic Party to make a wrong move in electing Dr. Bawumia, so they can laugh at you and make sure they collapse the New Patriotic Party. So if the delegates of New Patriotic Party are stupid enough to be joyous about the so-called prophecy for Dr. Bawumia by Nigel Gaisie, they're going to be laughing at the wrong side of their mouth come 2028, because you can do kululu and elect Dr. Bawumia as your flag bearer for New Patriotic Party, but you can't do kululu when it comes to the national elections. But the can say, I stand with Prophet Bernard ElBernard Nelson Eshun, and I firmly believe that come 31st of January 2026, come hell or high water, Honorable Kennedy Agyapong will be announced as the flag bearer of the New Patriotic Party in their primaries. That is what I know. I have had my own revelation a long time ago, and I am in agreement with Prophet Bernard ElBernard Nelson Eshun. Any other result, I won't understand it. And you see, when a true prophet speaks, sometimes the things that they say seem far-fetched. And the reason why I say this is because when there was hunger in the Israelite camp during the war, there was hunger, and one of the officers said to Prophet Elisha that they don't believe, no matter what the prophet is saying, that tomorrow by this time there will be an abundance of food and water. He, the army officer, did not believe the prophet. No matter what the prophet says, the army officer said he doesn't believe. And what the prophet is saying is a lie. This is what is going on with the prophecy of Prophet Bernard ElBernard Nelson Eshun. It seems like his prophecy that Kennedy Agyapong will win the New Patriotic Party flag bearership race, it seems far-fetched, but that is how the prophecy of Elisha seemed far-fetched. But look at how God did it. God used 3 lepers who were living outside the city. 3 lepers who were living outside the city to make a decision and take action. Na the lepers ne ka ye ne say yetena ha a kombe kuyen ena ya poye Israelites for na poye na say yakọ na omukuya say nka yebewu anyway yete hanso a na yan take action na yebewu enti ma yenko na yenko hwe say nyame beye yadoma na bia nso a nyame spare asa bia ebenye aduane adi eni nsu anom enti they took action. So what you see ena omukoye. So we share the story of Kennedy Agyapong, how obey flag bearer candidate in the last elections. Ono wo share the ekoso. Ono no why to say lepers or more outside no, because obiambunu say we presidential material. But enam no so nkunem die no so beba for New Patriotic Party. They all same fatano or no ne nyame befa no so ama New Patriotic Party omedi nkunim. Ono na ombe nyame be make sure say obey use no ama omedi nkunim in the 2028 elections. So God can use anyone. The lepers that were outside the city, nobody regarded, and they said to themselves, we 3 lepers, whether if we take no action, we're going to die of starvation. If we take action and we go and our enemies kill us, we're going to die of starvation by staying anyway. So let us go and see what is happening in the enemy's camp. So let us go. They took action. In the New Patriotic Party race, Kennedy Agyapong has taken action. He has collected the forms, he has campaigned, he has a very strong, compelling message. Jobs, jobs, jobs. Employment, employment, employment. I would like you to like, share, subscribe, and make sure you press that notification bell to be notified of any new content. Prophet T.B. Joshua said something many years ago. Prophet T.B. Joshua said that there's a revolution going on around the world and it will soon come to Africa. And I believe that this revolution has come to Africa. If you look at what is happening in other West African countries, look at the Sahel countries, Burkina Faso, Mali, Niger, the AES countries, the people who have formed the AES alliance. If you look at why this has come about, it's to do with what Prophet T.B. Joshua was talking about. And I believe that this problem is now happening in Ghana, because with a population of the last time I heard it was 14 million unemployed people in Ghana. We have an unemployment crisis in Ghana, and the message of Kennedy Agyapong, Honorable Kennedy Agyapong, is apt. It is a message of addressing this critical issue that the late Prophet T.B. Joshua was talking about. And Ghana needs it, because at the moment in Ghana, Ghanaians are not getting the jobs. If you come to Ghana today, we are in Ghana now, you will notice that a lot of the jobs are taken by foreigners. people from the ECOWAS countries, and some of them are not from the ECOWAS countries. They've taken away some of the jobs. That is why the unemployment level in Ghana is so high. The indigents, the youth of Ghana, are not getting the jobs. Some people prefer to employ ECOWAS people who are not Ghanaians, in jobs in Ghana. So they are not helping the youth. And you've got a man whose message throughout his campaign is that he's here to create jobs to help the youth to stand on their own 2 feet. And then you don't know what message Dr. Bawumia is selling. He's just going around saying, I'd give him a second chance. Second chance for what? Second chance to fail? Because Ghanaians have made it clear that they will never vote for Dr. Bawumia to become the president of the Republic of Ghana. Not in 2028. They made it clear. So it tells you that if New Patriotic Party delegates, if you make a mistake and bring Dr. Bawumia as your flag bearer, you're going to have another abysmal, maybe worse than 2024 election results from the flag bearer you have chosen. So it matters who is chosen to represent the New Patriotic Party on the ballot paper in 2028. It will have a substantial, overwhelming effect on the results. Ghanaians have made it clear that they prefer Kennedy Agyapong, Honorable, as the flag bearer for New Patriotic Party. Why don't you just do the bidding? Why don't you do the bidding of the people of Ghana and vote for Kennedy Agyapong to become the flag bearer of the New Patriotic Party? And I've got a message for Dr. Bawumia, and it comes from a song that was sung by Melissa Morgan back in the days. She's an R&B singer from back in the days, and the song is called Fool's Paradise. So this song, the lyrics of this song is for the New Patriotic Party delegates and Dr. Bawumia. And I'm going to explain this song to explain the foolhardiness of New Patriotic Party delegates through some kululu, raising the hands of Dr. Bawumia to be their flag bearer on the 31st of January 2026. And the song goes like this. I'll read the lyrics first and then I'll sing it later. Fool's Paradise. Okay, so it looks like in selecting Dr. Bawumia, it is Fool's Paradise. And this message goes to the New Patriotic Party delegates. You better think twice. Think twice. Better think twice. If you don't think twice and you vote for the wrong candidate, if you're not careful, by 2028, New Patriotic Party would have collapsed. And United Party Plus will be happy to take over. So you continue in your foolhardiness, in your fool's paradise, and select Dr. Bawumia and not think twice. And you will go and fall in the gutter. You follow the dictates of the National Democratic Congress again in selecting Dr. Bawumia, and you will see Pepe. So it says you better think twice, which I've explained, and because it's not very nice. It's not very nice. Let me tell you, the worst feeling for a political party is when they have a general election and their candidates on the presidential ballot box fails woefully. Dr. Bawumia has a track record of failing woefully in 2024. And Ghanaians haven't forgiven him or forgotten the failings of the Akufo-Addo Bawumia regime. So if you make the mistake of bringing him in 2028, New Patriotic Party, you find that it's not very nice, because it will reduce your seats in parliament. You're already 86. You're 86. Or is it 87? Your seats in parliament will reduce further. Parliament will reduce further. Your seats in parliament, New Patriotic Party, will reduce further. And the percentage of Dr. Bawumia will reduce further, because let me tell you, Ghanaians, even floating voters, will not vote for Dr. Bawumia. So even if the National Democratic Congress puts a monkey in a suit as a candidate, Ghanaians will vote for the monkey in the suit. They won't vote for Dr. Bawumia. That is the truth. And so at the end of it, New Patriotic Party delegates and New Patriotic Party, you'll be laughing on the wrong side of your mouth. Things are not going to go well at all. Fools paradise, you better think twice. It's not very nice. Fools paradise, you better think twice. It's not very nice. Fools paradise, you better think twice. It's not very nice. Fools paradise, you better think twice. It's not very nice. This goes out to the New Patriotic Party delegates, and I'm telling them that if they make the mistake of electing Dr. Bawumia, former Vice President Dr. Bawumia, as the flag bearer of New Patriotic Party come 31st this January 2026, they will be committing fool's paradise. They'll be fooling themselves that Dr. Bawumia will become the president of Ghana in 2028. It ain't happening, baby. It ain't happening, baby. It ain't happening, baby. So you better think twice, New Patriotic Party delegates, because it's not very nice. It's not very nice. So mobile in 2028, poto. So it's not very nice. Some mobile, enti, Mr. Monya Adepa, na me voting for the perfect will of God concerning New Patriotic Party, as spoken by Prophet Nigel Gaisie and Prophet Bernard ElBernard Nelson Eshun. They've given you the clues in their prophetic words of the 31st December 2025 prophecies. Prophet Nigel Gaisie has exposed himself that he's prophesying out of grudge, bitterness. But unfortunately for him, when you're bitter towards somebody, the person you're bitter against, they are not bitter against you. They don't even think about you. So you are hurting your own self. And God is not moved by a man's bitterness, whether you're a prophet or not, against another man. God will do what God wants to do if it's going to benefit his people, by making sure Ken Ohene Agyapong wins the flag bearership on 31st January 2026. God is not going to look at the bitterness in a man, which he has exposed, because he said it's the permissive will of God for New Patriotic Party to make a mistake and elect Dr. Bawumia. Those are his words. It's not my words. It's not your words. It's Prophet Nigel Gaisie's words. You heard him. I played it to you. So now the ball is in your court. Look at the disgrace that was brought up on New Patriotic Party in the just ended 2024 7 December elections, when your performance of your presidential candidate Dr. Bawumia was abysmal. Abysmal. It was totally abysmal. So let me tell you this: if you continue making a mistake and voting for the permissive will of God, not the perfect will of God, New Patriotic Party is going to implode and spoil forever. And in 2028, you are now 86 or 87 in parliament. You have 26. New Patriotic Party, if they vote for Dr. Bawumia as the flag bearer, you have 26 parliamentarians in 2028. You watch this space and see what will happen. And apart from that, Dr. Bawumia is saying that he can improve on 41%. The results of the 2028 general elections, if it's Dr. Bawumia, New Patriotic Party, the result will be 21%. It won't be 41%. You will lose another 20%, because Ghanaians have told New Patriotic Party boldly that they are not interested in voting for Dr. Bawumia. So maybe New Patriotic Party, you want to implode and you want to fold up, because political parties can fold up. Political parties can become waste parties, and new parties will emerge. Maybe you want to become a thing of the past, and you want a United Party Plus to be the new major opposition in Ghana. Because, to be honest, if you look at the caliber of the persons that speak, the communicators of United Party Plus, they are high caliber compared to New Patriotic Party communications persons. I don't know what has gone wrong in New Patriotic Party, but it ain't looking good. So you are warned. Vote for Ken Ohene Agyapong, because according to Prophet Nigel Gaisie, it is the perfect will of God for New Patriotic Party to vote for Ken Ohene Agyapong. He has exposed himself, and it's in confirmation of what Prophet Bernard ElBernard, Nelson Eshun, has been saying all the time. So do right to get right. If you do wrong, you get wrong. If you do right, you get right. So New Patriotic Party delegates, the ball is in your court. Do what is right, not what is wrong, so you get the right result. Give yourself a chance, because it's sad to see such a great party become a non-entity, a nothing party, because of wrong decisions. And you're continuing to do wrong decisions. For democracy to work, there has to be a strong, vibrant opposition. But when the opposition has been totally destroyed, then we are going towards a one-party state in Ghana. And that's a very dangerous thing, because there's a saying that goes like this: absolute power corrupts. Already people are complaining about the findings of the Constitutional Review Committee. where they are trying to say that chiefs and kings in Ghana should give up their lands to lands commission to be controlled by the lands commission. But the lands commission, there needs to be a root and branch investigation of the lands commission itself, because the bribery and corruption and the kululu deals that go on in lands commission behind people's backs. And you want to come and add the lands of kings to that. And what is a king without land or people? Who are they kings over? Have you heard of that before? Have you heard of that before? A king without a land is not a king. Look at what happened to Russia when they decided to kill the Tsar and the Russian royal family. Look at Russia today. Do you know that a lot of tourism to any country comes because there exists kingship and royalty and chieftaincy? It's something that attracts tourism to a country. It attracts tourism to a country when you have a cultural heritage, a royal monarchy, a chieftaincy system. Maybe we need more accountability from kings in terms of land sales, so that when there's a double sale, maybe they should have a special court where the kings are called to, where they have to account for the land sale, and resolution brought to that. But apart from that, you don't take from the king and put it in the hands of the Lands Commission, who are a question mark organization. Some of their practices of the people in the Lands Commission, some of the practices of the people in the Lands Commission is suspicious and criminal, to say the least. And you want to come and add the lands of chiefs to that as well? Hey, chiefs have managed their lands before there was a Ghana. So, and I'm catching for say no, they don't know how to manage their lands. Chiefs having land was pre-Ghana. So please, don't come and stress the chiefs and try to belittle chiefs and kings in Ghana, because it won't go well with the country if this happens. So I'm just telling you that if we don't do things right in this country, and we sort of play this absolute power thing, National Democratic to be a one-party state, that's what we're heading, because that's when corruption will come rear its ugly head again. When people get comfortable and they think no one is watching, that's when corruption becomes great in a country. So we need to keep the sitting government on their toes by having a strong, vibrant opposition party or parties. That is what will make the accountability strong and the scrutiny greater and the exposés to come out if there is any corrupt practices by the ruling government. But if we just say, is the assumption is that the New Patriotic Party, all of them are criminals, it's not like that. I've told you before, evil is a spirit, and evil does not know political party. It's a spirit, and it doesn't matter what party you're in. If you are evil, it will manifest as criminality in the physical realm. Evil is manifested, evil, which is a spiritual manifestation. An evil spirit manifests itself in the physical realm as crime or crimes. So a person who is evil can be described as a criminal. And this happens when people get complacent because they think no one is watching and they are the only political party, and the other political party is basically not a political party. They are no more. So collapsing New Patriotic Party and other political parties is not going to bode well for the strong democracy in Ghana. So we don't need that. We need competent leaders throughout. And so let's look at that. This is where I want to leave it. Ghanaians have told you, I don't understand how you can keep beating your head on a wall and you're doing the same thing all over again and you're expecting something different to happen. In submitting Dr. Bawumia as a flag bearer for the New Patriotic Party, you are doing the same mistake all over again and you're expecting something new to happen? How? It's not going to happen. New Patriotic delegates, if you choose Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia as the flag bearer of the New Patriotic Party because you're not motivated by the desire to win power in 2028, but you are motivated by the little coins you can get today. If that is your stance, then I'm here to tell you that what you're doing is called fool's paradise. By selecting a flag bearer in Dr. Bawumia who cannot translate his flag bearership to presidency in 2028 is a fool's paradise. Okay, so I'm going to use this portion of the song to explain the foolhardiness of New Patriotic Party delegates if they choose Dr. Bawumia as their flag bearer. And I'm giving them a warning in this song because the song says, you better think twice. New Patriotic Party delegates. Melissa Morgan says in a song that you better think twice. And if you fail to do what's right and choose a candidate in Honorable Kennedy Agyapong, which the Ghanaian people say they want New Patriotic Party to choose so that they have an option in 2028 to vote for Kennedy Agyapong, and he has a possibility to become the president of Ghana in 2028. And short circuit the National Democratic Congress continuing in office. Because Oyiwa, you heard it here. This is Judge of Ghana TV. Thank you for listening. If you like this type of content, I'd like you to like, share, subscribe, and press that notification bell. I'm looking to grow this channel, so I appreciate your patronage. God bless you, and Happy New Year. Happy new prosperous 2026. Welcome to 2026, and God bless you all. Thank you, and I'd like to say Ghana first, always. Bye for now, and see you in the next episode. Bye for now.